Okay, how's it going today? Hope everyone is having a good day. I am starting this new live stream, finishing up this drawing that I've been working on for quite some time. Just basically going to work on the arm here, nothing too out of the ordinary, but it's going to be fun and I know we're going to enjoy it, so that's something that I'm looking forward to doing with you. Then over here I'm going to go ahead and include the, let's see, I like to include the value scale so you guys could go ahead and see that. So let's go ahead without further ado and let's work on the arm there. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, since I went ahead and applied the lights here, I'm going to go ahead and pretty much find out where my darks lie. And what I like to do is actually draw out the border of the darks and this is the mid-tone, which I make it a little darker still. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead with this cross-hatching technique. I like to use a cross-hatching technique. Gives you more control than if I just started coming in with tone. And you want to have control when you're working, definitely. Now the pencil I'm using is a 0.5 mechanical pencil, and I'm using F leads in there. F is a real middle of the road, not hard, not soft. You don't want it too soft because then you are not be able to really get exact, because soft lead is, you know, it's blends too easily. So you want to go ahead and use, like, let's say an F or an HB. You don't want to use anything softer than that, definitely nothing harder than that, because then if it's too hard it just won't blend and actually tear into the surface. So those are things you don't want to have. Okay, so let's see if I could get this angle here so you can see it a little bit better what I'm doing. Now what's interesting is that there is a dark here and then there's a mid-tone, and what you want to do is you definitely want to understand that the borders have to be pretty much on the money, because if they aren't, her arm's not going to turn, and that's what you want. You want her arm to turn towards the light, turn away from the light. Okay, let's go ahead and lightly do the value in between here and the gray of the paper. And with the cross-hatching technique you could go ahead and create some tone. However, you can also be very, very exact, and you can be deliberate, meaning you go at your own speed. Just like if I'm painting, I want to find the value, right? I don't want to get the value exact and then go right in. I think it's better to find the value, but most important are those shapes. Okay guys, so let's concentrate on those shapes. And with the cross hatching, you see I could really define those borders just by where I cross hatch. So that's something that I really recommend doing. Now, on this channel, I do everything from airbrush to pastels and drawing demonstrations like this. But drawing is for everyone. That's why I continue doing the drawing, because without drawing, everything else falls apart. So it's crucial that we concentrate on our drawings and our drawing ability. See how I'm building up that shoulder, and before, when we started, it was pretty much just straight. Before, it was just pretty much just a large mass, but now we're making that arm turn, which is very important. Just give me a moment. I'm just going very quickly to the live stream. Now we're making that arm turn, which is very important. Just give me a moment. I'm just going very quickly to the live stream. Now we're making that arm turn, which is very important. Just give me a moment. I'm just going very quickly to the live stream. Now we're making that arm turn, which is very important. Just give me a moment. I'm just going very quickly to the live stream. That arm turn, which is very important. And like I said, with the cross hatching, you have infinite more control if you were just laying down tone. And of course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and blend everything in, of course, laying down tone using the stumps. And of course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure we hit those values. Blend everything in, of course, laying down tone using the stumps. And of course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure we hit those values. Blend everything in, of course, laying down tone using the stumps. And of course, what I'm going to do, I take my time when it comes to drawing. I definitely don't waste, no haste. There's no rush. I take my time when it comes to drawing. I find myself sometimes, I'm sure we all do, get anxious sometimes. We want to rush things. There's no rush. It's at that point that I definitely step back. Sometimes, I'm sure we all do get anxious and stop drawing or stop painting things. There's no rush. It's at that point that I definitely step back. Sometimes, I'm sure we all do get anxious and stop drawing or stop painting things. There's no rush. It's at that point that I definitely step back. Sometimes, I'm sure we all do get anxious and stop drawing or stop painting. Oh, hey, thank you so much, 1956 Willies. I really appreciate you leaving that comment. Thank you. Oh, hey, thank you so much. You're one of the reasons why I do it, because I know there's people out there who really could enjoy these art lessons why I do it. So really, thank you so much for that. That makes me feel good. Very encouraging. Thank you so much. These art lessons why I do it. So really, thank you so much for that. I wasn't going to do a live feed on YouTube, but I was saying, can't hurt, right? So really, thank you so much for that. I wasn't going to do a live feed on YouTube, but I was saying, can't hurt, right? So really, thank you so much for that. And we just want to make sure we I don't go too crazy with this shadow. And we just want to make sure we and always remember that the shadow is happening because the arm is turning away from the light. And that's what's going to give her volume in her always arm, remember also not make her arm look too big, because it's a woman's arm, so it's not huge. And that's what's going to give her volume. We're going to go ahead and always remember also not make her arm look make sure we depict what's there, so it's not huge. And that's what's going to give her volume. We're going to go ahead and always remember also not make her arm look make sure we depict what's there, so it's not huge. And that's what's going to give her volume. We're going to go ahead and always remember also not make her okay, so now we're going to go ahead and maybe just start the blending process a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and maybe just, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually work on the shading going towards the light, and then I'll work on the shading going towards the shadow. I'm going to actually work and how I'm going to do this in two ways. First, I'm just going to work on those shapes. And what I'm going to do is shadow. And how I'm going to do this, I'm working on the shapes. I'm going to come back in with the kneaded eraser. Work on. We're going to go ahead and get some of that texture, which is important. Shadow. And how I'm going to do this, I'm working on the shapes. I'm going to come back in with the kneaded eraser. Work on. And we want to make sure that texture, which you use the grade of paper and have all the different tools, such as the paper stumps. And we want to make sure that the erasers, different kinds of erasers, and have all the different tools, such as the paper stumps and the pencils, which is the woodless graphite 6B, the mechanical pencil. All those are very important, and the pencil to develop the drawing, which is the woodless graphite 6B. So we can see we're starting to turn her arm. Now let's go ahead to develop and just establish the really dark area. Just see we're slightly finding those shapes. Now let's go ahead to develop and just establish the really dark area. Just see we're slightly finding those shapes. Now let's go ahead to develop and just establish the really dark area. Just see we're slightly finding those shapes. Now let's go ahead. And to see, the thing is, it's sort of, we start some reflected light here, but we can get a little carried away, which I did with the reflected light, because the value difference between here and here is pretty close. We can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and revisit that with the kneaded eraser. The value difference between here and here is pretty close. We can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. So now we got something going there with the shadow and the dark. And let's see if we can just very quickly. What I'm going to do is let's reestablish what's going on with the light here, the shadow and the dark. And let's see if we can just very quickly. The arm is pretty important because it's coming forward, right? Her arm is actually closer to her, close to us, the viewer, than her portrait, her face is. Forward, right? So we definitely want to try our best to give that illusion of the arm coming before her portrait, her face is forward, right? Before her chin. We want to try our best to give that illusion of the arm. So it's all like trying to deceive the viewer. Deceive in the sense of, it's all like trying to, of this portrait, of this woman. And even the sense of, it's all like amazing model of this portrait. I love what this woman. And she is the Prosephone that I've been working on. She is the model for Prosephone. And she is the Prosephone that I've been working on. She is the model for Prosephone. So as you can see, we are building up that shoulder, right? We're not in any hurry. We're just working it together. See, we are building up. Now, all you airbrush artists out there, realize that this is the same thinking that we're doing here is the same thinking we want to do with the airbrush. We want to realize we want to build the three-dimensional forms, much like the same thinking we up there. You can see where we have the value scale and the sphere and how it's reacting. Up there, the shadow is the same way that everything is reacting scale and to the lighter shadow right here, and how it's reacting up there. The shadow is the same way. So always keep that in mind. Everything is reacting scale to. So let's go ahead and see if we can work on that light again. Up there, the shadow is the same way. So always keep that in mind. Everything is reacting scale. So let's go ahead. But the difference is that the ball is round. but the model, we're not round, but we're rounded as people. Our anatomy is rounded. The ball is round, but the model, we're not round, but we're rounded as people. Our anatomy is rounded. Okay, so I can see now. You can see that we are starting to. But we are. Oh, I'm echoing. Okay, thank you so much. So let's see. Oh, okay, cool. So I think Soul Dog, I can fix that. But we are. Oh, I'm echoing. Okay, thank you so much. So let's see. Oh, okay, cool. So I think Soul Dog, I can fix that. Okay, that's not good. I'm so sorry about the echoing. Thank you so much. So let's see. Oh, yeah, I definitely see that. So hold on one moment, guys. I'll see if I can isolate what's happening here. So we have, yeah, I definitely see that. So hold on one moment, guys. I'll see if I can isolate what's happening here. So we have, yeah, I definitely. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that echoing. That's. One moment, guys. I'm not sure what's exactly is happening. So we have, yeah, I definitely. Yeah, okay. I'm really sorry about that. Very quickly. One moment, guys. I'm not sure what's exactly is happening. So I'm using the Yeti on that one. You know what it is? It's like these microphones, right? Sometimes. I'm not sure what's exactly is happening. Now I'm going to go with the third scene here. You know what it is? It's like these microphones, right? Sometimes. What's exactly is happening. Now I'm going to go with the. And I think it has to do with. You know what it is? It's like the frames per second. So I'm just going to go here. We're looking at 30. And I think it has to do with. You know what it is? It's like the frames per second. So I'm just going to go here. We're looking at 30. And I think it has to do with. Okay, I'm going to change the frames per second. Hopefully that will help a little bit. I do apologize for the echoing, but thank you, Soul Dog. I'm going to change the frames per second. Hopefully this was like my first a little bit. I do apologize for the echoing. Oh, it could be the mic's too close, huh? I'm going to change the frames per second. Hopefully this was like my first. Okay, I'm going to go a little further from the microphone. Oh, it could be the mic's too close, huh? Okay. Frames per second. Hopefully a little better. First. Okay, I'm gonna go a little further from the microphone. See if that helps. It could be the mic's too close, huh? You know, the one time I don't do a really strong test. Okay, I'm gonna go a little further. That's what happens. Microphone. It could be the mic's too close, huh? Before I start. The one time I don't do a really strong test. Okay, I'm gonna go a little further. That's what happens. Microphone. It could be the mic's too close, huh? Before I start. The one time I don't do a really strong test. That's what happens. Microphone. It could be the mic's too close, huh? Before I start. The one time I don't do a really strong test. That's what happens. And as you can see when I'm doing this, everybody, that you can definitely see how we are getting the skin texture. And as you can not by trying to get the skin texture, but just by paying attention to what's going on. How we are getting the borders of those different values. Not by trying to get the skin texture, but just by paying attention to what's going on. How we are getting the borders of those different values. Not by trying to get the skin texture, but just by paying attention to what's going on. How we are getting the borders of those different values. Not by trying to get the skin texture, but just by paying attention to what's going on. When I'm in this particular, am I still getting the echo when I'm actually using this camera, camera B? When I'm in this particular, am I still getting the echo when I'm actually using this camera, camera B? When I'm in this particular, am I still getting the echo when I'm actually using this camera, camera B? When I'm in this particular, and basically it's her deltoid muscle that is sort of coming out like this, and then her triceps cut in. So we're going to go ahead and it's her try and indicate that a little bit. Coming out like this, and then her triceps cut in. So we're going to go ahead and try and indicate that a little bit. Coming out like this, and then her triceps cut in. So we're going to go ahead and try and indicate that a little bit. coming out like this, and then a triceps cut in. So we're going to go ahead basically and try and indicate that a little bit. And as I'm working, I do see there's a little bit of a small light source here. And as I'm working, I do see there's a little bit of a small light source peeks out over there. And as I'm working, I do see there's a little bit of a small light peeks out over there. And as I'm working, I do see there's a little bit of a small light peeks out over there. And as I'm working, I do see there's a little bit of a small light peeks out. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Now, thanks for that insight. I see. I'm going to go ahead and fix that up on the next one. This was really just a test, but Soul Dog, thank you so much for taking that time. I'm going to go ahead and fix that up on the next one. This was really just a test. Oh, and thanks so much, Soul Dog. Thank you so much to help me out. I'm going to go ahead. Thanks for letting me know. This was really just a test. Oh, and thanks so much, Soul Dog. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a lot more live streams, everybody. Thanks for so this is just a test. This was really just a test. Oh, and thanks so much, Soul Dog. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a lot more live streams, everybody. Thanks for so this is just a test. This was really just a test. Oh, and thanks so much, Soul Dog. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a lot more live streams, everybody. Thanks for so this is just a test. Oh, and thanks so much. I'm going to do a lot more live streams, everybody. This is just a test. Oh, and thanks so much. I'm going to do a lot more live streams, everybody. This is just a test. Oh, and thanks so much. I'm going to do a lot more live streams, everybody. This is just a test. Oh, and thanks so much. And then we're going to go ahead and blend this in. And then we're going to go ahead and blend this in. And then we're going to go ahead and blend this in. But as you can see, we're really starting to feel her arm as being three-dimensional. But as you can see, we're really starting to feel her arm as being three-dimensional. But as you can see, we're really starting to feel her arm as being three-dimensional. But as you can see, we're really starting to feel her arm as being three-dimensional. So I'm really starting to like this. It's let's go ahead and echo some of those lights here. So I'm really starting to like this. It's let's go ahead and echo some of those lights here. So I'm really starting to like this. It's let's go ahead and echo some of those lights here. I'm really starting to like this. Notice how I'm doing sort of a figure eight in a sense. Let's go ahead and here with the white. Echo some of those lights here. I'm really starting to like this. Notice how I'm doing sort of a figure eight in a sense. Let's go ahead and here with the white. Echo some of those lights here. I'm really starting to like this. Notice how I'm doing sort of a figure eight in a sense. Now you want to use the stump that is only dedicated for the white. And you see that notice how I'm doing sort of a figure this is the stump. Now you want to use the stump that is only dedicated for the white. And you see that notice how I'm doing sort of a figure this is the stump. Now you want to use the stump that is only dedicated for the white. And you see that notice how I'm doing sort of a figure this is the stump. Now you want to use the stump that is only dedicated for the white. And you see that this is the stump. Now you want to use the stump that is only dedicated. Sort of pat it down sort of pat it down. 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 Pat it down. Okay, great. Thank you, Soul Dog. I appreciate that. I am definitely going to fix that. Okay, great. Thank you, Soul Dog. I appreciate that. I am definitely going to fix that. Okay, great. Thank you, Soul Dog. I appreciate that. I am definitely going to fix that. I'm going to try one thing here. Thank you, Soul Dog. I appreciate that. I am definitely going to fix that. I'm going to try one thing here. Thank you, Soul Dog. I appreciate that. I am definitely going to fix that. I'm going to try one thing here. Thank you, Soul Dog. I appreciate that. I am definitely. But as you can see, when I am sort of working those values together, there's no rush. You can really see the turning of the form. When I am going back to where we started, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the way her arm is. And now this arm is going back to where we started. Supporting actress to the star, pretty happy with the way her arm is. And now this arm is going back to where we started. Supporting actress to the star, pretty happy with the way her arm is. And now this arm is going back to where we started. Supporting actress to the star, pretty happy. And of course, you know, we have the border here, and we want to look at what the borders are. And of course, you know, we have the border here, and we want to look at what the borders are. And of course, you know, we have the border here, and we want to look at what the borders are. And of course, you know, we have the border here, and we want to look at what the borders are. And of course, you know, we have the border here, and we want to look at what the borders are. And of course, you know, we have the border here, and we want to look at what the borders are. And of course, you know, we have the border here, and we want to look at what the borders are. And of course, you know, we have the border here, and we want to look at what the borders are. This right here is some reflected light, and we want to make sure that we indicate some of the soft reflections. This right here is some reflected light, or what have you. We want to make sure that we indicate some of the soft reflections. This right here is some reflected light, or what have you. We want to make sure that we indicate some of the soft reflections. This right here is some reflected light, or what have you. We want to make sure that we indicate some of the soft reflections. This right here is some reflected light, or what have you. We want to make sure that we indicate some of the soft reflections. This right here is some reflected light, or what have you. We want to make sure that we indicate some of the soft reflections. This right here is some reflected light, or what have you. Make sure that we indicate some of the soft reflections. This right here is some reflected light, or what have you. Make sure that we indicate some of the soft reflections. Oh, go to recording. Okay, go to recording devices, and in Windows, right-click recording mic. Go to tab, disable. Oh, okay. I'm definitely going to do that. Definitely. That's going to help a lot. Right-click recording mic. Go to tab, disable. Okay. I'm definitely going to do that. Definitely. That's going to help a lot. Right-click recording mic. Go to tab, disable. Okay. I'm definitely going to do that. Definitely. That's going to help a lot. Right-click recording mic. Go to tab, disable. Okay. I'm definitely definitely going to do that, definitely. That's going to help a lot. Right click, recording mic, go to tab, disable. Okay, I'm definitely going to do that, definitely. That's going to help a lot. Right click, recording mic, go to tab, disable. Okay, I'm definitely going to do that, definitely. That's going to help a lot. Right click, recording mic, go to tab, disable. Okay, I'm definitely going to do that, definitely. That's going to help a lot. Okay, guys, so everyone, thank you so much for watching this. This is my first YouTube stream in a while, so I do apologize for hiccups. Soul Dog, thanks so much for the advice. I'm definitely going to come back and fix this. Maybe I'll do another one this evening, but I hope everyone has a great rest of the day. Thanks so much, and thank you so much for stopping by, everybody. Really, really maybe I'll do another one this evening, but I hope everyone has a great rest of the day. Thanks so much, and thank you.